What's up, everybody? What's up, and welcome back to On the Warpath. It's your boy Sanchez 405. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you click that subscribe button. Hit the bell so you get notifications anytime the new content posted. As always, like, comment, share this video out because you know what we do here, fam. We talk about the Washington Commanders. It's Warpath Wednesday. So what we're going to do this week, what we're going to do today, we're going to preview our opener for the NFC slate, the NFC East slate this season, as the Washington Commanders coming back off of that ugly loss at home against the Buffalo Bills, 37-3, as they go to another Super Bowl contender in the 3-0 Philadelphia Eagles, defending NFC champs. And when we look at this very interesting matchup, and we have our guys here, and they are looking to end a perfect season for the Eagles for the third consecutive game in a row. Yeah, because remember, they were 2-0 last year, and they were 11-0, and now they're 3-0 this year. So we are facing the Eagles with no losses on their register for the third consecutive ball game. Now, the one thing that you can look at, you can look at the pluses here. Philadelphia comes in. We go into Philadelphia playing pretty well in Philadelphia over the last 4 games or so. We look back to last year when we won on Monday Night Football. The game that was the COVID year, the COVID game back in 2021, where we had them. We were up by 10, but we let the bottom fall out. And then we won the NFC East when they pulled Jalen Hurts out in favor of Nate Sudfeld. But we've had some good moments in Philadelphia. Even you think back to 2019 season, Case Keenum and company, they went up there and they had an opportunity. They had a lead. That was the Terry McLaurin game. 2018 was on Monday night, wasn't that good, but that was when you look at Adrian Peterson, they had that big 90-yard run. So we've had some successes, some flashes in the pan in Philadelphia. It's time to put it together, and we look to bounce back off of that awful loss. This is a series that we've led 89-82 in 5 ties in there, and then Washington is 45-42 and 2 in Philadelphia, and Washington's the only other team than the hosting Eagles to win more than one game at Lincoln Financial Field since 2020. There you go, right there. So a lot of different things, and we look at the Eagles here and what they have. Shout out to the folks in the building here. Dudes, appreciate you liking that. Thank you over there on the Twitter. But we look at it and we come into this game knowing that the Eagles have gotten better on defense. We kind of rested on our laurels in the fact that we ended that 11 game opening winning streak for them last year. But this is a different Eagles team. They gotten better. They gotten better in that interior line. You look at Jalen Carter, the rookie out of Georgia. Homeboy is balling. He had a forced fumble, and he's looking like he could be a perennial star there. What's up, Frost 40 below? How you feeling, brother? I did get you in on the PSF app. Followed you back. So y'all make sure if you are new to the PSF app world, make sure y'all do it. Find me on there, here from YouTube, and then go subscribe on the app. Follow me on that app, the PSF app, and you get entered in for a gift card to the NFL shop, $20 gift card. So shout out to you. I saw. Good look. Hey, I got you. You look out for me. I'm gonna look out for you as we continue our discussion about the Philadelphia Eagles. And I've looked at the Eagles. They haven't looked as, I guess, crisp as they were last year. Jalen Hurts, I mean, they could be Yep, the PSF app. Yes, sir. They haven't looked as clean, but they're still a complete team in the sense that they can work through these kinks, man. Jalen Hurts threw a couple of interceptions out there on Monday Night Football. But the defense is still out there balling, and I had an opportunity to go and sit and chat on the PSF app with an Eagles fan, Sean Redden on there, and I think they're confident that they can take us out. Their teams are their fans are expecting them to go out there and beat us and hit us in the mouth. What's up, Spider Monkey? And after last week, I can't really blame them on that. I would have that classic Philadelphia arrogance after I saw what happened to us on Sunday against the Bills. Now they do have Darius Slay back out there as the cornerback, and we'll look at their defense here momentarily. But they bring a lot of guys back from last year, so a lot of familiar faces. Of course, they got Fletcher Cox there, Hassan Reddick, which I thought was interesting, a guy who was a free agent pickup for him last year from the Cardinals. Homeboy has not recorded a tackle or a sack, so he was dominant last year. Hopefully this ain't his coming out game. We don't need this to be his coming out game with the turnstile known as Andrew Wiley, because he lines up on that defensive left side, and the offensive right side does Hassan Reddick. So we be in trouble. We got Papa Warpath on the airways. Yes, sir. You sure do, on the YouTube waves. What's up, Hawk? So yeah, Hassan Reddick has not recorded a sack yet. We living, bro. We living. We are living. No Quezro Watkins, it looks like, and no Boston Scott. But they also did have some of Sidney Jones, who had a pass breakup last week. He was on the injury report. And, we've been relatively, knock on wood, we've been relatively healthy. So that's a positive there. Let's see here. Philadelphia, they are fifth on offense. They are a top 5 third down ranking offense here, as they are converting about almost 47% of their third down attempts. But on defense, they give you that opportunity. They give you the opportunity to convert on them, as they are 25th there, but does drop down to 8th, all the way to 8th on fourth downs. They are 14th and fourth down conversions on offense, though. So difference there on their side with third down, but also they bowed a defense that is in the top 10, in the top 12 in yardage, top 9 in scoring. Offense, they're top 10 in yardage and scoring. And the running attack. The running attack is dominant. 2 runs, led by DeAndre Swift, man. And DeAndre Swift was a guy who, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was cutting loose against us when he was on Detroit last year. Excuse me. What's up, Marcus? And y'all going to forgive me. I have been somewhat under the weather the last couple of days. He had 56 yards against us after having a buck 44 against Philly on the previous week. So, we'll see how that rocks and rolls there for us. Let's see here. Arizona's weak in the middle. A third down could be an issue. Also Hurts. Yeah. I said this about like dealing with Hurts too. It's kind of like what we were dealing with Josh Dobbs. It's that twitch, right? I felt like the way we were getting to Josh Dobbs, it would be like if it was a Josh Allen, if it was a Jalen Hurts, you need to be a half a second faster in this situation. You're going to have to be, because in the game against Tampa, there was a couple of times they thought they had him. And I think Zacchaeus, he had a touchdown reception off of one of those plays. They thought that they had him wrapped up. So we got to clamp down on these guys. It can't be any shadow dressing. kind of like what we saw on that third down play, that first third down conversion that the Bills had, where he kind of motioned the running back to the right. It took Cody Barton with him and left the Red Sea open. You can't have that happening. You need to have somebody spy on these guys. I don't care what Jack Del Rio thinks is going to work. They need to go out there and they need to act like they want this. They got to act hungry. The team that I saw on on Sunday wasn't the team that we've known to be hungry. I want these guys to be hungry, and that was not a hungry team I saw. This was a complacent, bend over backwards. We're going to take it up the rump, and then we're going to go home and count our money afterward. They stole money on Sunday. Let's shout out some folks here. Like I said, what's up, Marcus? Talk about the zone. Let's see here. Those teams should be going into Philly with their head held high after what we did. I'm talking about the Eagles. Excuse me. This team should be going into Philly with their head held high after what we did to them last year. Bro, I don't know, man. I don't know if you should. Like I said, that last year though, they're different teams, bro. It's a whole different team. Yeah, sure, they can have their head held up high. The only thing I can say in a situation like this, when we get under Ron Rivera, when we get our tickets handed to them, we usually bounce back. I think we've seen that in a couple games. You look at last time we played the Bills, right? And we got unpants. We bounced back at Atlanta. Now, granted, Atlanta is not isn't what Philadelphia is right now. Philadelphia is basically could be a better version than Buffalo right now. We can't really tell, but they're right there and up and around the same tier. So, I mean, holding your head up high from last year, that's especially if you Chase Young too, right? Chase Young ain't got no business holding his head up, right? Let's see. What's good? What's up, Sid? O-line better be in Superman suit this week. Yeah. Yeah, they should. I mean, they ain't going to have to worry about Jalen Carter because he's probably too busy playing NASCAR, right, Sid? I ain't going to worry about it. I ain't going to touch that one. I think Philly's going to have success and score points. We just got to control the clock and come away with points. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be predicated on the run. The fact that Eric Bieniemy neglects the run like Phillip Rivers declines or neglects protection is scary. As well as this running game has been. You look at against the Broncos. You look last week, 70 yards, 80-some yards on the ground. Maybe you got to focus on this a little bit more. Get back into the screen game. Something that's off kilter, that's going to get them off schedule. Really, last week was very generic, very vanilla, and they didn't make the defense. I feel like they didn't make the defense earn anything. They gave everything to him. Of course, he gave everything to him. They turned the ball over 5 times. So that's got to change. You got to be smart with the ball. If I'm running them, we talking about ball control and ball protection. Pause. All practice, all week, we are talking about the importance of protecting the football. Because last week, I know a lot of it has to do with Sam, but still, you got to protect the football because what they say, ball security is job security. I said Washington needs to establish the run more, and JDR needs to be more creative on defense. Yeah, I think I said this in the chat over there at Red Zone in the lab with Deuce and them. I said that Jack Del Rio does not weaponize his defense. He doesn't. And the fact that he was this big, tough linebacker back in the day, was a pretty good linebacker. Like I always say, about Jack Del Rio. And he can't weaponize his defense to be better than just to keep on taking it up the rear every week. Something missing there, bro. Something missing. Ooh, excuse me. What's up, Yam? If we're going to be speeding through that old line, you never know. Sadiq might clamp him down. Let's see here. JDR ain't going to. Yeah, he says. Yes, sir. Protect them balls. Pause. Lord said this. God, he got me to say that too. Anyway, Sadiq versus Jalen Carter. Who do you got? Let's go Sadiq. I'm going to say it. It's a total homer pick, but I'm just going to say Sadiq in that one. Hey, man, I think Sadiq has been playing all right. I know we've been looking at, like Pro Football Focus and all these things, and they talk about the stats and how the offensive line is playing. I know what my eyes are showing me, and I know who's terrible. The people that are actually stealing money, that damn Andrew Wiley and that damn Charles Leno. Like, I like Leno. I think Leno's a great dude, but do I think he's stealing money? Yes, I do. Let's see here, Jalen. Of course, said like we knew that's where Sid was gonna go there. We know every week Sid is gonna he's gonna go for anything that's Georgia Bulldog related. Let's see here. Yeah, I want to see some of these. Let's see these player grades that we've gotten so far. Guards. Here we go. Let's take a look at Washington's guards. Sam Cosmi, he's top 6. He's top 6 according to Pro Football Focus. Really got 2 top 25 guards. Sadiq Charles. We are one of 4 teams, 5 teams. There you go. Let's see here. We'll see. Might have another show. Might be on another show tomorrow. Oh Lord. Might be on with Bird Gang. So y'all pray for me. Tomorrow. So pray for me. Might have to do that. Just got the message about it. Let's see here. Any chance we can get Samuel out of retirement? I don't know. I don't think that neck will hold up. Uptown Dre, what's up, man? Could we get Jamin Spine, Jalen, and Curl on Goddard? There you go. I think Jamin Davis, and Paulie's even said this before, and we've heard it from a lot of people. Why can't we play Jamin Davis more like they kind of use in Dallas, like they use Micah Parsons. Just kind of use him like that. I know Micah is what makes him so great is he's so smart. That's what makes Micah Parsons so great is that he has a motor that keeps on going, and he's intelligent. He's a chess player. He's a legitimate chess player. So I don't know if Jamin is that, but heck, I know he comes from a military family, so that's why we drafted him. And was Yam said, I just look at all the linemen picked in the draft that we could have gotten, guys that fell to us. Meanwhile, our draft picks aren't even starters, and 3 are projects. There you go. Jordan Davis versus Sam Cosmi. Who you got? I'm going to go Homer again. I got Sam Cosmi. I just hope that Chase and the D-line fix their communications. I want to see them back in sync. Yes. How funny will it be to see Forbes line up on A.J. Brown? He looks 4 times his size. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see him. Parsons is great, but also his coaches use him properly by moving him around. Never know where he's coming from. He. Pause. Yeah, I got you. Peter the Great 2.0. Kills me to see Trent Williams and Brandon Sheriff crushing it every week. Those dudes should have retired from here. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, man. Unfortunately, different plans happen. I don't blame either one of those guys leaving on Ron Rivera. Maybe you could lean and say probably Sheriff more or less, but Trent Williams was out the door no matter who was coming in here. I just think that time had ran its course, and especially we saw the foolishness here over those years. Those guys were here, especially people like Brandon Sheriff, which I feel like Sheriff isn't really is a no nonsense type dude anyway. So it's unfortunate, but we move on. We move on, unfortunately, from those guys. And what I do accuse Ron Rivera is not taking it more seriously. Getting guys like Andrew Norwell and Trey Turner, guys who were past their capabilities and their faculties in those situations, and neglecting getting a left tackle. I mean, there were guys in the draft. I brought this up yesterday. We look at the guy from Trey, what's his name, from Kansas City that I brought up, was drafted one pick behind us, the pick that we took Cheeseman with. So a long snapper who probably wasn't even going to get drafted in the draft, and now we're having dribbling problems out of him like he's a leaky faucet. He's a guard that started 33 out of 33 starts. I think he's only missed like maybe 2 or 3 games in his career. He's a Super Bowl champion, and he's becoming a road grader for Kansas City and protecting Patrick Mahomes. So, when we talk about that, yeah, it does suck to have those guys gone, but that's why you have to get the faculty. You got to have the guys who are in there constantly doing work, who aren't satisfied with what you got. You got to always. This is why the Eagles are good. They constantly fix problems that are 2 years ahead of them. So when the problem gets to a head, they've already got a solution to it. Howie Roseman, visionary, man. Visionary. You got to get that to him. I mean, you look at it. They drafted Jalen Hurts. Yeah, they hurt Carson Wentz's feelings. But with that time, they were in the Super Bowl in 2 years' time because of it. That's what they do, bro. Let's see here. What else we got? And I also look at us on defense, right? Kind of swinging back to it. I don't think that's I don't think it's the issue. You got to have the right guy for it, though. I see what you mean, but you can have a head coach who's Andy Reid is GM for not Kansas City, but yeah, for Kansas City. Excuse me. I don't know where my head is right now, but you got to have people. You got to trust the ability of the people under you too. Belichick's been the GM there, even in these times before Brady was gone. They've made it work. So I understand where you come from, but I kind of disagree. You got to get the right guy. Let's see, ground and pound with Robinson. Yep. I should thrive in that situation, and maybe we could use Chris Rodriguez. This should open up our play action. Yeah. Got to simplify everything. Like what the offense did last week should be kind of as malpractice as EB's neglect of the run. Ron was coming out here talking about, well, it's about developing Sam. I don't know how developed Sam's going to get if he's getting hit like he's in by a Brinks truck every time he drops back, or he's afraid for his life. every time he drops back. That's got to get better because and granted, maybe it might change because this is the Eagles. It's a big NFC East matchup, and it's got more pageantry than Ron Rivera trying to one up his former defense coordinator and Sean McDermott. Our O-line should thrive. Yeah, O-line should thrive when they're going forward rather than backwards. And when you're on ice skates all the time, throwing the ball 50, 60 times, and I've been listening to a couple of these guys on local radio, and they say, I like the number of passes are going, but they're yada yada. Okay. You like the number of passes that are being thrown, right? Good or attempted. But the run game is where it's at. The run game, we got a guy who's moving the ball. Because if you want to move, and look, you want to score, you got to move the ball. And then you eventually phase in, taking those deep shots and everything. Another thing is the fact that Terry is only getting a few targets. The fact that Jahan's getting a few targets. Your big playmakers that were touted, that we've been fighting in Twitter spaces for all offseason. And for the fact that these guys can't even get a sniff of the ball, that is deplorable. Let's see here. I see there in Spider Market. Let's see. Just strange because Ron's philosophy is to have a good run game. You think he'd tell EB, stop this BS if it ain't working. And it would, hey. Because then Ron would have somebody to blame if the running back would have to blame himself if the running game doesn't go well, probably. I don't know. It's just weird with Ron sometimes. I don't get it. I don't get it all with Ron Rivera. But, we kind of look at some other stuff going this matchup. Kind of things what I'm looking for is on the defense side of the ball. Can we stop treating people like they're just Jags? Like, can we stop treating let's not treat A.J. Brown like he's a Jag, kind of like you did with Stephon Diggs. Let's show these cats some respect. Now, I know they've got Mr. Feed the Children on there and Devontae Smith, so you're going to have to pick your poison on one of them. Maybe you throw a sandwich to him, and then maybe you can cover up on A.J. Brown. But you got to cover these cats. You got to play, and you got three corners that can do it too. You got St. Jude's. You got Kendall Fuller, who's playing some good ball here early in the season. And you got Emmanuel Forbes, who I know we keep on hearing it. And I saw our boys from the DMV Sports Zone. I saw Abdullah. He put up about Christian Gonzalez. Like, Christian Gonzalez is not here, guys. And that's not really what Abdullah was saying in there. So I don't want y'all to construe. But I've seen it from a lot of other people. Christian Gonzalez is not here. He's not coming here. We'll see him this year. So, we got Emmanuel Forbes here. And sometimes a lot of things have to do, it's like real estate. Location. If you're working with some of the best, then you might be the best. Now, let's say you go back and look at some of the tape there with Manny Forbes. The kid can sniff out the ball. You look at some of those Christian Gonzalez tapes. Yeah, they're okay. Okay. But we'll see. Hey, last time we had a bulldog up there corner. Old Fred Smoot. Long we can keep Forbes away from the Love Boat, which I think they canceled the Commander's cruise. Thank God. So we won't have any crazy shenanigans going on. Plus, I think Smoot got the ankle bracelet on for not paying that child support anyway. I don't even know, Corey. I think they'll fix things, but will it be against the teams we should beat? I don't see us beating anyone right now. 7-10, here we come again. I hear you, Yam, but it's a long season, and what gives me, I guess, peace, I would say hope, but I feel like hope is just overdone. The fact that was just one game, and historically we've played well in Philadelphia, and usually after shellackings we've bounced back. So I'm gonna go with the fact that, because you look at the when we got beat up by Dallas on Sunday Night Football. We came back and we played Philadelphia again, and with an opportunity to win, John Bates was tripped. They didn't call it or interfered with. They didn't call it, so we didn't have another opportunity there, and we walked off the field. So we've had our chances to get right. I think we're still gonna have our get right game. I'm still holding on to 9-8. I think we can still win 9 games this year. I hear you. I understand it. But I kind of I'm looking past the curtain right here and trying to look behind it a little bit and kind of understand where we came from. I don't know. Like I said, both of them look like they should be in a Feed Children commercial. Throw them say, yeah, no way we beat we best the Eagles. What did we do last week? Didn't play the Eagles last week. Played the Bills. Let's see here. Add Jameson Williams. Well, there you go. I love Fred Smoot. Fred Smoot and his Commander content. So entertaining. That's right. Listen to him on Kevin Sheehan's show from Monday. It's good. It's good. We were able to beat them with Heineke because he gave our guys time that game. Didn't we run the ball like 40 sometimes too in that game? We did run that ball. We ran the ball about almost 50 times that game. So I hear you. But yeah, come on, Patrick. I hear you, Corey. Just my pessimism, just overrules my homerism. We have so much talent to get beat like that. It's not the losses; it's how bad and how and why. Yeah, I get you. And like I said, I'm not making any excuses up for what happened last week. We got our asses drilled. Like, there's no positives to take away from that. And the people who actually sit here, like, well, the defense had us good. We were within 16 points. The defense was giving up 9 of 16 on third downs. That ain't good. They're still staying on the field. Buffalo was just like, we can play with our food a little bit. So, yeah, that's what I feel on that one. But no, I hear you, I hear you, man. And because you know what, it's cool to feel that way because this team has given us a whole bunch of nothing, and with a lot of talent on this team, and act like they're entitled to win. Like I said, Sunday was that. The fact that we had a bunch of guys that are on there, we had a first round defensive line on there who could not only got one hit on Josh Allen, not a sack, not multiple pressure, anything like that. Only managed one hit on Josh Allen. That's got to change Sunday come against Jalen Hurts. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Spider Monkey, shame on you for even saying that. I know you're joking, but shame on you. But you're right. You're right. 16-1 is still possible. And yeah, I'm also to the point. We could have gave up 70. Key point there is avoid the slow start. Wouldn't it be cool to have a lead at halftime for you? Wouldn't it be even better, Spider Monkey, if we could just cruise to a victory? Like, that's what I don't remember the last time that I've actually been able to just sit and enjoy a game and watch our team like just go out there and dominate. I can't. I think I gotta go back to Joe Gibbs' era. Maybe no, I lied. What, since the Raiders game back in 2017 on Sunday Night Football? I think that's the only time I was really like, oh, this is fun. This is what it's like to have a team that's rocking and rolling and could possibly make a run and make pushes in these playoffs. Even though it was week 3, that was a week 3 game, but that was all for naught though. at the end because they just came out to be the same old Redskins back there in 2017. Oh, let's see here. But yeah, it would be nice to avoid a slow start and just go out there and start hitting it. And that comes down to Sam Howell, comes down to Eric Bieniemy, like I said, um, and getting after these guys. Like I get it. I feel kind of the same way of us coming and how we played against Philadelphia last year. Yeah. Do you think we should replace Gibson? I think they need to take carries away from Gibson. Gibson's so frustrating because he's so talented. I think they should have been trying to use him more in space, but they didn't want to do that. It is what it is, man. But we're allowed to cruise victory. I thought all games had to be close or blowout loss. I've been living a lot. Yep. Yeah. We've all been living a lot there, Spider Monkey. So yeah, I'm gonna because I'm not gonna be on here too late tonight. So I'm gonna wrap it up real quick with my keys here, and then I'll give you a couple of picks to play. Last week I think we were 2-2 last week on there. So probably doing better than Frost 40 below. Let's see here. I don't agree with that. I think he needs opportunities to get himself right. If they take away, that will hurt him more. Just about two things. Yeah, I hear you, Yam. And the reason why I say they need to take, and more or less, I'm saying him as a running back. Where that's where we've seen, although that fumble did come more on him getting it as a passer, as a receiver. Gibson's put the ball on it. He's become a liability with the football. I want them to take it out of his hands as a rusher. Get him out in space. That's fine. Now, if he's fumbling out in space and everything, I can't be having him fumble it in the red zone. Those situations that we saw against Arizona. We saw it last week too, when the team's still trying to get some stuff going or trying to manufacture a drive, and he's doing too much there. And that could have been a product of him feeling the pressure of maybe he might be losing his spot or something. That's why he fumbled the ball. Those things could be true, or one could be true and one could be false. But I hear you. I think he's very talented. I like Antonio Gibson for what he has the potential to do, but it's still frustrating just to see in his fourth year, a contract year for him, that he still can't put it together and be that back that we saw him back in 2020, or even a fraction of that guy. He has fumbled that ball entirely too much in homeboy's liability. Yeah, we could still win 10 games or more. Drastic adjustments are needed, but the season is a way too early. But absolutely, yeah, Uptown Dre. It's kind of like what I said last week. During the game, I ain't too worried. I wasn't panicking in that first set. I feel like we still had opportunities because we were moving the ball. We were moving the ball on those first two offensive drives. We were moving the ball, but then turnover city happened. And let's see here. Spider Monkey says Bears, Falcons, Giants, Eagles. Some tricky games here coming up. Absolutely. Bears, Thursday night, short week next week. Which reminds me, we're going to have a real short week, quick week. Probably maybe even do Warpath Wednesday coupled in with Monday After Pill. Don't know yet. We'll let y'all know that on Sunday. And tricky games coming up, absolutely. And really, really concerned about that little weird schedule. Because I think even Yam pointed out, like, there's 3 games in like 15 days or something for the team. So be a little weird in that situation. But yeah, we'll see. Thank goodness we don't have to travel that far. As Chicago, they get to take on Denver this week. So we'll be watching that game with all eyes and ears peeled back. That was you who said that, right, Yam? Whew, let's see here. So I think if we get together and we get our stuff right, I think that this team can win. Call me crazy. 24-21. That's if then this is if we are firing on all. Yeah. 3 games in 18 days on short weeks. At least we get that patent built-in bye week kind of before we play the Falcons, before we have to go to Atlanta. And then it doesn't help that we got what we isn't Seattle coupled in there somewhere too. Why do I feel like Seattle's coupled in there? Let me see. So here. We may need to score 35 or more. Hey, we scored what did we score last year against them? It's kind of fun too. Jalen Hurts, Sam Howell have the same numbers passing pretty much. Curtis Samuel's our leading receiver. Brian Robinson, of course, leading rusher. And let's see here. Yeah, Seattle's in November. My bad, boy. What you think, Corey? Yeah, but and this is weird too. And I don't like to look ahead too much. Y'all know that. But coming up in the heart of this season, so from October 15th to November 12th, Washington plays 4 out of 5 games on the road. At Atlanta, at the Giants, home for Philadelphia, at New England, at Seattle, home for the Giants. And then if you want to double down, Thanksgiving at the Cowboys. And then you get that patented bye week. This is all before the bye week, too. And then home for the Dolphins before the bye. That's a kind of a murderous roll there, kids. And then you get ready for the final 4 games of the season. Where you go back on the road 2, and then you're home 2. It's wild, but it's gonna come fast and furious for the Burgundy and Gold here coming up. But let's rock and roll here and get ready to wrap this one up. Yeah, schedule. Yeah, that hard that schedule. But we don't play anybody coming off their bye week too. That's a plus. Ron will get us to the bye week. Ron will get us to the bye week. You know that. We're always going to be competitive in the bye week. And knowing those murderous rows of schedule, we will have an opportunity to go ahead and be tough and win. And yeah, I ain't worried about it. But let's see. I got a couple of plays for what's up, JQ? Got a couple of plays for y'all here. Frost 40 is our in-house degenerate. And I've been rolling with this team for a while here. If we were 500 by the bye, I will have more faith. I hear you, Yam. I've been rolling with Pittsburgh the last 2 weeks. They are 3-point favorites at Houston. And I like Pittsburgh again. I think they'll cover. I'll give me the Steelers, and I'll take those points there. Let's see here. I'm going to take our game too. I like our game here. I'm usually hesitant on this, but I'm looking at a lot of this public money coming in on the Eagles. I like the plus money there. Give me the Commanders plus 8.5. And we've got the Raiders going to the Chargers. Another big bet. Interestingly enough, the Raiders, who might not be without Jimmy Garoppolo. Got to see that. I ain't gonna touch that one, but it's minus 5.5 right there. So I was like, maybe we should dibble dabble in that one. And let's see if we can get another. Ooh, this is a good one. Jermaine F. Kennedy said we are going on a 4 to 5 game winning streak. I hear you, bro. I like that. We need positive. That's coming off of Twitter. Let's see. What's another one we can? Let's do Thursday Night Football. Let's see what we got here. Give me the Lions in that one. Let's get the Lions to win that one. Lions money line. I know it's a short week, but I like them in this one. I think the defense will beat them. And then Baltimore plus 3 versus Cleveland. Yeah, give me Baltimore now. I think they'll bounce back. I think they'll be pissed off. So Baltimore plus the 3. The Lions on the money line. And our guys to cover. And like Steelers minus 3. There you go. Appreciate you. You take first those 2, but I hear you, bro. So yeah, let's take those. We'll do those 4 on there. Frost, how you like those before I wrap up here? But like, it just kind of wrapping up this whole thing. I know this ain't been the best one, but you got to play sound. Got to get off to a fast start. Be smart with the football offensively. Run the ball, and I think utilize your screen game. See if you can get that back to an advantage. It worked so well in Denver. You didn't use it all against Buffalo. Use that and set the pace. If you got to run the ball. Get Sam out on bootleg, and don't let him take any unnecessary hits. That's up. Damn it, bro. Okay. I like Detroit money line. You might have to write this down for me, man. I like the Ravens plus 3 at Cleveland. I like us to cover the plus the 8.5. And I like Pittsburgh to cover minus 3. There you go. And back on the defense side ball, got to be aggressive. Got to get to the quarterback. Make Jalen Hurts feel uncomfortable. Do whatever you did against Josh Allen. Just burn that and do the exact opposite in that situation. And don't let Dallas Goedert get involved in the game, because I know he's Danelle says, doggone well you're not going to be able to run the ball. How you know? I know. You can run the ball. Yes, you can. But anyway, that's pretty funny. Must be an Eagles fan. Anyway, run the ball with Brian Robinson and see where it goes with it. I think that's what you got to be a concerted effort on. And the 2 teams that the 3 teams that they've played so far haven't really had good running backs. Maybe Ramondre Stevenson up there in New England. That was about it. But they have, who do the Giants, not the Giants, who do the Vikings have? No, didn't you watch the Tampa Bay game? Yes, I did watch the Tampa Bay game. I'm still trying to figure out who Tampa Bay's running backs are, bro. We're not Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay ain't us. Not saying we're better, but we got better running back. Yeah, but I think you got to focus on. Okay. Which one did you like? Which ones did you like? That's what I gotta know. Which one did you like? Could you roll with them? Could you roll with all of them? I'm just trying to figure this out. But anyway, on the defensive side of the ball, like I said, staying like create chaos, man. Got to create chaos with them. But yeah, that's what I got. That's all I have for today. Be back here Sunday, 1:00. Oh, you want a burger? Oh, come on. Dude, I'm like 2-0 against you with the Browns. I've been rolling against the Browns purposely with you. No, you're more or less 2-1. I'm 2-1 with you. Come on, roll with me. Roll with me. Lamar Jackson coming off a bad week. Come on with me, bro. Come to the land. Come to the land of living. Here with me. Not only you better watch our running backs. Do you know what happened in the first 2 weeks by running the ball? Hey, they played Tennessee, bro. Tennessee is again, like I said, I would take Brian Robinson against any of those other running backs. Hey, but also if the game gets out of hand, Ron Rivera, don't go for field goal. Just go and run it. And when you're on the road in those situations and it's 4th and 2, just kick the field goal and keep Frost happy in those situations. But yeah, eat the clock up, man. That's what you got to do in those situations. I think we'd be all right. Yeah, against the Titans. Take the 3. Anywho, that was one of the bad ones I had last week. But yeah, I mean, I think like I said, I like the Steelers. I like us to cover. Didn't say us to win. Us to cover. And Detroit on the money line tomorrow night. Who's the last one? Who's the last one, y'all? Yeah, and Baltimore. Forgot about Baltimore. How can I forget about Baltimore? There you go, y'all. But anyway, I'm gonna hop off of here. George Carmi and I on the PSF app tomorrow night at 7:30. I'll let you know about Bird Gang and what we're gonna do with him. So till next time, y'all. We keep that same damn energy. We outlast the bass together. I love you. Appreciate everything y'all doing to help make this channel grow. Until next time, I'm Sanchez 405. Love, peace, and hell. And somebody called Deion Sanders and the rest of his toes to tell him to get my damn theme music. Here it is right now. We're out.